Growing up in one of the most famous families in the world could have defined her forever. But Paris Jackson chose something different. In Los Angeles, she has quietly built a life centered on independence, creativity, and living on her own terms. Her private world isn't about chasing headlines, it's about music, art, and finding her own voice. Behind the gates of her Los Angeles home is a young woman shaping her own identity. But to understand that strength, we have to go back to where it all began. To understand Paris Jackson, you have to begin with the reality of her name. Born on April 3, 1998, in Beverly Hills, she entered a world where privacy was rare and expectations were enormous. As the daughter of Michael Jackson, her childhood unfolded inside the gates of Neverland Ranch, alongside her brothers Prince and Blanket. Fame surrounded her, but her early life was carefully protected. Her godparents, including Macaulay Culkin and Elizabeth Taylor, reflected just how extraordinary her world was. Then, at just 11 years old, everything shifted. After her father's passing in 2009, custody moved to her grandmother, Catherine. Suddenly, life became less insulated. She attended Buckley School in Sherman Oaks, joined sports teams, cheered at games, small but meaningful steps toward normalcy. For the first time, she began shaping an identity outside the gates of Neverland. As she grew older, curiosity turned into ambition. Her first brush with acting came in 2011 with a planned fantasy film adaptation of London's Bridge and the Three Keys. Although the project never moved forward, it signaled something important. She wasn't afraid to step into the spotlight on her own terms. By 2017, she signed with IMG Models, entering the fashion industry with confidence. That same year, she appeared on Fox's Star and earned recognition as an emerging talent in the modeling world. Film roles followed steadily. She debuted in Gringo, then took on parts in projects like The Space Between, Habit, and Sex Appeal. These weren't blockbuster spectacles designed to ride a famous last name. They were creative choices, sometimes unconventional, that reflected her artistic curiosity. But music became her most personal expression. In 2018, she formed the folk duo The Soundflowers with Gabriel Glenn. Performing with a ukulele in hand, she stepped onto intimate stages, focusing on storytelling rather than spectacle. Their self-titled EP arrived in 2020, the same year she signed with Republic Records and released her debut solo album, Wilted. The sound was alternative and introspective, emotional without being theatrical. It showed vulnerability and independence. She continued building that identity with the 2022 EP Lost and singles like Lighthouse and Just You. Touring alongside bands like Incubus and Manchester Orchestra, she carved space within the alternative rock scene. On June 25, 2025, the anniversary of her father's death, she performed publicly, acknowledging the date with honesty rather than drama. It was a moment of strength, not nostalgia. Fashion also remained part of her creative language. She walked at Paris Fashion Week in 2024 for Maison Yoshiki Paris and appeared at major global events, including the Venice Film Festival in 2025. As of 2026, Paris continues balancing music, modeling, acting, and social activism, even navigating legal matters tied to inheritance. Through it all, she has remained consistent in one thing: building a life defined not by inheritance, but by independence. And after years of shaping her own path in public view, the question naturally follows: what does her private world look like today? Mansion in Hollywood Hills, Los Angeles. In 2022, after selling her more secluded Topanga Canyon property, Paris invested around $4 million into a house that feels less like a celebrity mansion and more like a creative retreat. Tucked into the hills, surrounded by canyon views and privacy, the home reflects something intentional. She didn't choose excess. She chose atmosphere. Architecturally, it leans toward a rustic log cabin style, warm and textured rather than ultra-modern glass and steel. The wood exterior blends into the hillside, almost disappearing into nature. From the outside, it feels grounded, not flashy, not performative. Step inside and the vibe becomes even clearer. The interior features rich redwood finishes that immediately add warmth. The kitchen, wrapped in wood tones, feels personal and lived in rather than staged. It's easy to imagine late-night tea, friends gathered around the island, music softly playing in the background. This isn't a space designed for paparazzi photos. It's built for comfort. One of the most telling details is the creative layout. The former private garage has been transformed into a small recording studio. That decision says everything. Instead of adding more cars, she added more music. There's also a dedicated painting studio, a quiet corner where creativity can unfold without interruption. It reinforces the idea that this home isn't about status. The house includes 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, with the primary suite surprisingly located on the lower floor. But once inside, that choice makes sense. The master bedroom feels like a retreat within the retreat, complete with a seating area, fireplace, dressing room, and private bathroom. It's intimate, calm, almost hidden. A space designed to recharge. Upstairs, light filters through large windows overlooking the canyon. The views are expansive but peaceful. Not the glittering skyline of downtown, but rolling hills and sky. There's also a cozy home theater, perfect for quiet movie nights or reviewing film projects without stepping outside. Outside, the property continues that balance between simplicity and luxury. The saltwater pool and stone hot tub create a relaxed, almost spa-like environment. A separate sauna adds another layer of wellness. The outdoor space isn't oversized, but it's thoughtfully designed. Nearly 1,500 square feet of usable grounds that feel intimate rather than overwhelming. What stands out most is intention. Paris didn't build a palace to impress. She built a sanctuary to create. Every element feels aligned with someone choosing authenticity over spectacle. And of course, while her home reflects her grounded lifestyle, the way she moves through Los Angeles tells another part of the story. Cars. When it comes to cars, Paris Jackson doesn't follow a single style, and that's exactly the point. Her choices reflect freedom, not conformity. Take her Jeep Wrangler. Rugged, boxy, unapologetically raw. The Wrangler isn't about luxury, it's about adventure. With its removable top, off-road capability, and durable build, it feels like a car meant for canyon drives, dusty trails, and spontaneous road trips. It matches her bohemian energy, grounded, outdoorsy, a little rebellious. Then there's the futuristic shift. The GMC Hummer EV. This all-electric powerhouse flips the script. With nearly 1,000 horsepower in its top configuration and jaw-dropping acceleration for a vehicle its size, it's bold and modern. The design is muscular, almost aggressive, yet powered by clean energy. It suggests she's not stuck in the past. She's moving forward, embracing innovation while still standing out. And for polished elegance, she turns to the Range Rover Autobiography. Refined, smooth, and unmistakably upscale, it blends performance with comfort. The Autobiography trim offers a quiet cabin, premium leather interiors, and a confident road presence. It's the kind of vehicle that balances red carpet arrivals with everyday errands. Together, her cars tell a story: freedom, evolution, and confidence. But as her career continues to grow, one question remains. What might her garage look like in the years ahead? Before we imagine that future collection, let's break down the income that powers her lifestyle. Income and net worth. When people talk about Paris Jackson, one question always surfaces. How much of her wealth comes from legacy, and how much from her own path? The honest answer is both. Her estimated net worth now exceeds $150 million, and the largest portion undeniably comes from her position as a beneficiary of Michael Jackson's estate. Court documents revealed in 2025 show that since 2009, she has received approximately $65 million through structured trust distributions, living expenses, and managed assets. Some financial estimates suggest her long-term share could be valued closer to $80 to $100 million or more, depending on trust growth, dividends, and future catalog revenues. It's important to understand that Michael Jackson's estate transformed dramatically over the years, from heavy debt at the time of his passing to generating billions through music catalog deals and licensing agreements. That growth continues to benefit his children through ongoing trust income. For Paris, this provides stability, a financial foundation most people could only imagine. But that foundation is not the full story. Paris has built independent income streams that reflect her own identity. After signing with IMG Models in 2017, she became the face of major campaigns for brands such as Chanel, Calvin Klein, Givenchy, and Stella McCartney. Modeling and endorsements are estimated to have generated over $10 million cumulatively, marking a serious contribution separate from inheritance. Her music career, while more artistic than commercial, also adds revenue. Between album sales, streaming royalties, touring, and collaborations, including her debut album, Wilted, estimates place her music earnings between $2 to $5 million so far. It may not rival global pop icons, but it represents creative independence. Acting has contributed as well. Roles in projects like Gringo, Sex Appeal, and television appearances are estimated to have brought in $1 to $2 million. Add to that real estate transactions, including selling a Los Angeles home for around $2.3 million, along with sponsorships and social media partnerships, and her diversified income becomes clearer. What stands out most is balance. Yes, she benefits from one of the most valuable music estates in history, but she has also chosen to work, to model, to sing, to act, on her own terms. And with wealth comes responsibility. For Paris Jackson, giving back is not a public relations strategy. It's personal. Philanthropy. Growing up watching her father use fame as a platform for change left a lasting impression. And while she does not run a large foundation of her own, she has consistently shown up for causes that matter to her. One of the most meaningful connections in her advocacy is the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. As an ambassador, Paris has continued the legacy of her godmother, Elizabeth Taylor, speaking out against HY5/AIDS stigma and even traveling internationally, including to Malawi, to raise awareness. Her involvement reflects more than symbolism. It shows commitment to continuing work that began long before her. Closer to home, she has supported the Heal Los Angeles Foundation, co-founded by her brother Prince. Through performances and fundraising events, she helps channel resources into underserved communities in Los Angeles. It's a reminder that philanthropy can start in your own city. Her advocacy also strongly aligns with LGBTQ+ rights. She has supported organizations such as GLAAD, the Los Angeles LGBT Center, and the Elton John AIDS Foundation, often using her voice to stand publicly with the community. Her message is consistent: equality, dignity, and protection for everyone. Paris has also participated in broader humanitarian efforts. After Hurricane Maria in 2017, she volunteered in Puerto Rico, helping distribute supplies to families in need. She has supported relief initiatives linked to organizations like the American Red Cross, often working quietly rather than seeking attention. Perhaps her most powerful advocacy, however, is rooted in her own experience. Paris has openly spoken about mental health struggles and her recovery journey from substance addiction. By sharing her story, she reduces stigma and encourages others to seek help. Her recognition with the 2025 Shining Star Award for Advocacy in Mental Health and Addiction Recovery highlights how seriously she takes this responsibility. She has supported campaigns like the Child Mind Institute's Dare to Share initiative, proving that vulnerability can be strength. What stands out most is authenticity. Her philanthropy is not distant or abstract. It connects directly to her life, her experiences, and her values. And behind that public commitment lies the private world that keeps her grounded. Personal life. As she approaches 28, Paris Jackson seems more comfortable in her own skin than ever before. Her personal life isn't hidden, but it's carefully filtered. What she shares on Instagram feels intentional. Backstage moments from tours, quiet studio sessions, snapshots from fashion shoots, and spontaneous travel memories. Right now, she is single. Her relationship with music producer Justin Long, which began around 2022, felt both creative and romantic. They toured together, collaborated, and in December 2024, she publicly announced their engagement with affectionate photos and heartfelt captions. But by July 2025, that chapter closed. She addressed the breakup calmly, describing it as tears of parting, choosing honesty over drama. There were no public battles, no messy headlines, just maturity and forward movement. One constant companion in this season of independence is her dog, Malachi, adopted in 2024. If you scroll through her social media, you'll see glimpses of LA walks, casual errands, and sunlit afternoons with him by her side. She's often dressed simply, cropped shorts, boots, minimal makeup, reflecting a grounded, almost country-inspired style that feels authentic rather than curated. Travel also defines her rhythm. She'll fly across the ocean for 24 hours just to see a favorite band perform. She's shared moments from London, Sedona's red rocks, Venice's quiet canals, and even Texas dance floors like the Broken Spoke, where she celebrated her southern roots with a carefree two-step. These aren't luxury photo ops. They're personal adventures. Perhaps what stands out most is her comfort with solitude. She attends concerts alone. She hikes without makeup. She dances without worrying who's watching. There's a quiet confidence in choosing independence, especially after growing up under constant public attention. Paris Jackson's story is still unfolding, shaped by independence, creativity, and the courage to live life on her own terms. Beyond legacy, beyond headlines, she continues to build something personal and real. Thank you for spending time with us and exploring her journey. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you in the next story.